if the Blue Jays can win it. They will match a franchise record with their 11th consecutive victory.
A matchup of former teammates. Eric Lauer and Adrian Hauser were on the same pitching staff in Milwaukee a few years ago. Lauer has been great for the Blue Jays this year, and you know what Adrian Hauser's been up to in 8 starts. He's got a 1.60 ERA for the White Sox.
And he did face the Blue Jays back on June 22nd. It took them a while to get to him. They finally got some hits off him, but he was pretty tough.
5th time that Lucas is the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays, and he's gone 7 for 17 and make it 8 for 18 with a .500 on base percentage in that leadoff spot. So he's aboard for Bo Bichette, who generally, of course, has been hitting in the cleanup spot, but with George Springer not in there today, Bichette back up to the 2 spot. A base hit through the left side for Bichette. And a good start for the Blue Jays here in the top of the 1st. A couple of singles to bring Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the plate with 2 men on. His next hit will be career hit number 1,000. He will become the 10th player to have 1,000 hits in a Blue Jay uniform.
Swinging a double play ball to short. Montgomery to Mycroft to Elko. Hauser dials up a 6-4-3 beauty. Runner at 3rd, 2 down.
Barger hitting .268 with a dozen homers.
Nice sliding stop. A flip to Hauser, covering, and just does get the sliding Barger.
Out by inches. Great job by Elko and Hauser to finish that off.
Adrian Hauser on the mound for the White Sox as he came off the mound after the top of the 1st. The umpire was going to stop him, check his hand, check his glove, as they always do, but you could see him gesturing. Adrian Hauser went into the dugout and immediately was ill in the dugout. He is back on the mound.
13 games for Lauer now in a Blue Jays uniform, 7 of those starts, but he has now made 5 consecutive starts going back to June 11th at St. Louis.
Really, since the Blue Jays called him up, a big reason why they were able to kind of stabilize the back end of the rotation. Line to right field, and right there to make the catch is Lucas. 1 down.
Austin Slater has also done his job platooning. He hits lefties so well.
And strike 3 called, says Adam Beck, as Slater is called out. And 2 down for Lauer as Miguel Vargas, the 3rd baseman, steps in, hitting .219 on the season. Swing and a miss, and Lauer gets him and has a 3-up, 3-down 1st inning with a couple of strikeouts. Here's Will Wagner leading off the top of the 2nd. Wagner hitting in the 5 spot today, playing first base, and then a breaking ball lined into center field. And it's a long run for Robert, who's got to chase it all the way to the wall. Wagner will pull up with a leadoff double.
For Wagner's 5th double of the season in his 28th game.
Not close. Ball 4, and the wild pitch will allow Wagner to come to 3rd as well. This is interesting too with Heineman at the plate, but they could get creative here. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, safety squeeze, like we've seen them play this kind of baseball down at the bottom of the order. And he gets it down up the first baseline. And it's going to go as a base hit as he reaches. Tyler Heineman could not have done it any better, and the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead. And here's Leo Jimenez, who is getting his start today.
That is caught by Elko. Throw to second. Got him.
But that double play you asked for did end up happening.
So after a 3-up, 3-down first, Lauer gives up a double here to start the bottom of the 2nd, and the batter now is Luis Robert Jr., his 2nd game back after coming off the IL. Now Robert sends one to right field. A long run for Lucas. He's got it. A very good catch by Lucas going back to the track. Caro can tag and come to 3rd. Sosa, a .272 hitter. Got him swinging. Out number 2. 3rd strikeout already for Lauer, who's not a big strikeout guy. The infield can back up now with 2 down.
2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it. 2 punch outs again in the inning for Lauer, who now has 4 on the day. And after a leadoff double, he strands Caro on 3rd to keep it 1-0 Blue Jays. 2nd hit of the day for Bo Bichette, who has torched the White Sox so far this year. Now 11 for 23 against the Southsiders this season.
So now Guerrero, who grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 1st.
Popped up. You can hear Vargas calling for it, but then it dropped.
And they will still get the out at 2nd. Somebody, and I think it was Vargas, the 3rd baseman, who was yelling, "I got it, I got it, I got it." From a White Sox perspective, they are fortunate it didn't hurt them. And now the throw to 1st gets by Elko, and Guerrero is on his way to 2nd. And now the throw gets away again, and Guerrero's trying for 3rd, but he is thrown out. Boy, misadventures all over the place on both sides right now.
Joey Loperfido just joined their roster, and he hits a fly ball out into shallow center field. Robert coming in, and a sliding catch. Luis Robert Jr. just robbed Loperfido of a base hit.
Making that grab. Great finish, great pickup.
So it may be nothing, it may be something, but Eric Lauer, when he came off the mound at the end of the bottom of the third, just kind of looked down to his pitching hand.
Second hit of the ball game, a leadoff single here in this fourth.
Now he faces Edgar Carroll, who's 1 for 1 with a double.
Carroll down the line in left field, and Slater off to the races. He's going to get waved in. The relay throw will not come in as Slater scores, tying this ball game. RBI double for the rookie, Edgar Carroll.
So that walk will put runners at first and second, and Lenine will have an opportunity.
Sosa on at second, Robert Jr. on at first with one down. Lifted in the air to left field. And it's going to drop in front of Loperfido. Carroll's going to be waved in. The throw is cut off, and the Sox take their first lead of the ball game. RBI single from Lenine Sosa, making it 2-1 in the fourth.
3 hits and a walk out of 5 batters here in the 4th inning.
Well, right now he's thrown it really well, and the bottom 3 in the order are guys who usually put in the lineup on getaway day.
Second strikeout of the ball game for Hauser.
And quickly 2 out.
Up the middle. And Hauser clubs it, the flip.
He's been a guy that has helped himself defensively an awful lot this year.
That ends the day of Eric Lauer after 4 innings, 4 hits allowed, and 2 runs. Fisher in to face Michael A. Taylor first, the 9-hitter.
This one is hit hard to the gap in right center field. Continues to carry, and it's past Straw in center field. Michael A. Taylor continues to swing a hot bat. A double to start this bottom of the 5th.
Fisher, who had never hit anybody so far this season since coming to the big leagues, has hit 2 here this inning.
And that will load the bases in the 5th inning.
Luis took a walk last inning.
And a high fly ball to left field. Loperfido back on the edge of the track. He makes the catch. It was a struggle for Fisher, but he got out of it. And the first 2 men are aboard for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. here in the 6th. 1 hit away from 1,000 in his career. This would be a good time for him. Bounce to short. To second one, and that's all they'll get. So Guerrero reaches on a fielder's choice, and it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out. So it'll be Addison Barger who's 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice against Hauser today. That is a fair ball. They'll get an out there, and it's second, so they turn a double play. And I believe the signal from the home plate umpire Adam Beck was no run at home. And Elko steps on the bag. That takes the force away at second base. Could have, should have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. have seen that behind him. Look at that reaction from Vladdy. If he stops and gets in a rundown, the run scored.
We've got to be grateful what Adrian Hauser has done. Getting out here into the 7th inning. Consistently, we see him pitch late into games. Hauser pouncing on that one back to the mound. And there's 2 quick outs with Wagner advancing to second. This is a hottest team in Major League Baseball. He has completely shut down the Blue Jays so far today.
And swinging a bounding ball right to Elko. He'll step on the bag. Adrian Hauser through 7's got a 2-1 lead.
1 out, base is empty. 2-1 White Sox, bottom of the 7th.
Rounded to 3rd, backhanded by Barger. Across the diamond in time. And another example of Addison Barger's arm on display. Whether he's in right or at 3rd, he continues to make plays. Lays off another one, and now it's full. He might have something going on.
No.
Yep, and this is not good. And a guy who missed the first 3 months of the season and coming back from a shoulder issue. This is just his 2nd appearance. This is a shame for Ryan Burr. So Yariel Rodriguez inherits a 2-out full count situation, and he strikes out Tauchman. But Grant Taylor is a guy who can get it there at 100+ sometimes, and he is on to protect a 1-run lead. George Springer is pinch hitting. Springer pops it up. And in foul territory, the catch is made by Elko. 1 down.
Strike 3 called at 99. Lucas didn't like it.
High fastball, well caught, by the way, by Edgar Carroll.
So 2 down, and now Bo Bichette. And that's a fair ball. He threw him a curveball.
And Bichette's 2-out double brings the tying run into scoring position.
It's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who would love nothing more than to be a contributor right now, given the way that his day has gone thus far. And the side is retired. The Bichette double is stranded, and the Blue Jays still trail. Well, if the Blue Jays are going to win their 11th in a row, they've got to get something done here in the 9th inning. They are trailing 2-1 here to the White Sox. And they got him. 96 up above the belt, 1 down.
1-2. Got him. And the Sox 1 out away from stopping the 10-game win streak of the Blue Jays.
It's up to Kirk to try to keep it going here. Is going to be into left field, a base hit. He got just enough of it to get it over the shortstop Montgomery.
So a pinch runner on at first will be Clement.
And now the batter is Miles Straw. The Blue Jays have used everybody on their bench, so Straw is going to hit. Clement running, and Straw sends a fly ball to center. Robert is there, and that's the ball game.
Leisure with the save. Sox with a 2-1 win, and that will end the Blue Jays' 10-game